Hey guys, so we're gonna get right into this tutorial. This is my everyday makeup look. I already have my brows done. If you guys want an eyebrow tutorial, please let me know. But I'm first starting off with moisturizing my face with vitamin E oil. It's winter, and in the winter my skin tends to get very dry, so vitamin E oil really helps me out with that. I'm then going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. I am in the shade Honey. I love this foundation for an everyday foundation, and it wears well throughout the day. And I'm just taking this all over my face, and I drag this down to my neck as well. And I'm going to be blending this out with a Morphe brush. This brush is from the Beautiful Bronze collection. I love that collection so much. If you're going to get a collection from Morphe, I highly suggest that collection. I prefer to blend out my foundation with a brush rather than a beauty blender. I just feel like it doesn't soak up as much product as a beauty blender does, so definitely prefer the brush for the foundation. After blending that all out, I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I am in the shade Light Medium. I don't like the doe foot applicator on the Tarte Shape Tape, so I always go in with a flat brush and I apply it to my chin, my upper lip, down the bridge of my nose, and my forehead. I feel like I just have more control with a flat brush than with the actual applicator from the concealer. I just feel like it's too big, and I personally don't like that. So after I apply that concealer to the center of my face, I'm going to be taking the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Custard. I love to put a cream concealer down before I go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which is a liquid form. So I always will go in with the cream before my liquid concealer. After applying that, I go in with the Beauty Blender and I blend out the concealer in the center of my face. I like to go in with a Beauty Blender and a little tiny kabuki brush between my eyebrows just so I don't mess them up, because I'm always scared that the Beauty Blender is going to mess them up. But when I'm blending out my face concealers, I always switch back between my foundation brush, a little kabuki brush, and the Beauty Blender. I don't stick to just the Beauty Blender when blending out my concealer. I always switch up and I use brushes as well. Same thing, I go back in with the Tarte Shape Tape, and now I'm applying that under my eyes with a flat brush. And this is just going to give me more full coverage. I love to be super full coverage and bright under the eyes. I just feel like it just makes me feel prettier for some reason, so it doesn't matter if it's a natural look or not. I'll always go really bright under my eyes, and I like to do the same technique because, again, I don't like the doe foot applicator on the Tarte Shape Tape. Every time I say Tarte Shape Tape, I want to say shark for some reason. I'm always doing that. And then whatever is left on the flat brush that I have from the concealer, I'll just put that on my eyelids. I don't like to use an eyeshadow primer. I'll just go in with some concealer on my eyelids. And to set under my eyes, I'm going to take the Mercier translucent powder with a dry beauty blender. I'll just set that under my eyes right away. And then I also will be taking this powder and I'll be setting all of the other places that I put the concealer, and I'll also be setting my smile lines because they're really deep. Now to dust off that bake and to set the rest of my face, I'm taking the MAC Studio Fix foundation powder. I'm in the shade NC25. I'm just going to set the rest of my face using this big fluffy brush. Now for my eyelids, I'm going to go in with that small kabuki brush just to blend out my eyebrow concealer and any other concealer that I have on my eyelids. And then to set my eyelids, it's super important that you set your eyelids just so when you apply eyeshadow, they blend nicely. I'm taking Airspun powder. For some reason, Airspun doesn't set well on my face, but it sets so well on my eyelids because Mercier doesn't set well on my eyelids, but Airspun for some reason does. So I'm going to do that to both sides. Now for eyeshadow, I'm taking the Too Faced Chocolate Palette, the second one. I love the white eyeshadow in this palette for some reason. I just love it so much. I don't like any other white eyeshadow but this one. It's so weird. But I'm going to apply this to my brow bone and under my brow on both sides. Now for my eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with this Contour Earth Tone Transition shade, and I'm going to pop this in my crease. This is the only other eyeshadow that I'm going to be using for this look, so any contour earth tone shade will do. So I'm going to take my time and blend this out with this brush and then a clean brush, just because this is the only color that's going to be on my eyelids, so I want it to be blended out really nicely because this is the only color people are going to see. So take your time. I always take my time when doing my eyeshadow. So yeah. I'm going to be taking that same color and I'm going to pop this on my lash line with this flat brush. I'm going to just smoke out my lash line. I'm going to connect my lash line eyeshadow to my crease eyeshadow with a little tiny pencil brush. I'm just going to blend that all out and I drag it up, and then I'll go in with a clean blending brush just to blend everything together. Now to bronze up my face, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the shade Light Medium, and I'm going to be using a Morphe R7 brush to apply this. To further brighten under my eyes, I'm going to take that same contour kit and I'm using the shade Banana under my eyes. If you're feeling a little bit more extra and bold and want a brighter under eye, I sometimes go in with the shade Vanilla that's right next to it just to give me that more oomph effect. But I'll just take this under my eyes, and then I'll also put this in the high points of my face, like the bridge of my nose, my chin, and concealer and forehead, just pretty much everywhere I put the concealer. And then I take a fluffy brush and just kind of blend everything out. Next, I'm going to be taking the Jcat powder in the color Banana. and I'm going to bake under my contour. I don't like to bake my face with a translucent no color powder. I always like it to have a color in it, just so my face doesn't look so washed out. So when baking my face, I'll always take a banana color, and now I'm going to contour my nose, and I'm going to be using the middle shade of the contour kit. And I really don't contour my nose all that much to make it look smaller. I kind of just want my nose to be more defined, because I feel like after all of the concealer and the powder, my nose just kind of disappears. So I'm going to draw 2 lines down the bridge of my nose, and then I'm going to take the fluffier looking flat brush, the same color, and I'm going to drag it up to my brow bone. I learned this from a drag queen. She says it just makes your nose contour look just more fierce. So ever since then I have been doing that. And then again, I'm gonna go in with the same powder to bake my nose. This really does make a difference for me. I feel it just makes it look so much sharper and cleaner, and I love that. Now for my blush, I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills blush kit. I love these kits so much. I'm using the peachy shade in there. I gravitate towards more of a peachy color than a pink, so that is just my preference for me. And then I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and dust away off all of that bake, and then kind of just blend out everything else. And then I'm going to go back in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm going to take a small pencil brush in that banana color, and I'm going to draw a line down the bridge of my nose. I don't know why I do this, but I just do this. I feel like it brings my nose contour more together. And then I always go back in with a big, clean, fluffy brush, and I blend everything out nice and seamlessly. And I needed to be more bronze, so I just went in back with my bronzer brush. Now for highlight, I'm going to take the Artist Couture Diamond Glow powder, and I'm going to spray my brush with some Badescu facial spray. That is the cucumber one, and I'm going to dip in, and then I'm going to take the back of the cap, and I'm just going to apply this to my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, and then under my brow bone. I don't really like highlighter all that much, just because I do feel like I have a lot of texture on my face, so I try to go for more of a loose highlighter than a pressed highlighter. It doesn't emphasize all of the texture on my face as much. Now I'm just going to set my brows with my favorite brow gel. This is the e.l.f. one. It's only $2. It's literally like the best thing ever. Now for my lashes, I already applied mascara and I curled them. These are Sweetheart lashes in the style Nikki, I believe. My discount code is Soleil, but then again, I will list everything down below and make sure that these are the style Nikki. I love Sweetheart lashes so much. And after applying both of my lashes, I take the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara and I apply mascara to my falsies and then my real lashes again, just to make sure they're all blended very well. And now I'm going to apply L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on my bottom lashes, but I don't like for my lashes to ever be clumpy, so I'll go in with a spoolie, brush out my bottom lashes, and then I'll hit them with some mascara. And if I feel like the mascara is getting too clumpy, I'll go in back again with my spoolie and brush everything out. Taking my MAC eyelash curler. This is the only eyelash curler I will ever use. I'm so scared to use another one because I feel like it's just rip off my eyelashes, but I curl my falsies and my natural lashes together just so they look more blended and you can't tell where my natural lashes start. And then I also pinch them together. I always do that. And I take a spoolie too, like if I feel like one place is too bunched up together, I do that. And then I take a liquid liner and I line my upper waterline because I don't like to use a cream. I'd rather use a liquid for my waterline. And now I'm taking my absolute favorite liquid lipstick at the moment. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Starfish. This is the perfect nude for me. For my favorite part, I love applying gloss. This is the e.l.f. lip lacquer in the shade Clear. I love this so much. It's not sticky. It wears so well throughout the day, and it's also only $2. You can never go wrong with that. I've tried so many other lip glosses, but for some reason this one is my favorite. I always stick to this one. And now I'm taking this Cover FX Illuminating Facial Spray just to illuminate my face and kind of set my makeup. And that is the look. That is the end of this tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And also comment videos that you guys want to see. Thank you so much for watching.